So the final calculation we need to make is adjusting the head cut on our hip. And when we calculated our lengths, the length goes to the very center of the building, which is the center of the ridge. And in this framing scenario where we have the 3 king rafters extending all the way to the ridge, our hip fits in between with this double cheek cut. And so we have to shorten the head cut so that the very tip of the rafter fits right in that intersection. And so not only are we coming back the diagonal length from the very center out to the corner, but we're actually shortening the rafter, so we're dropping down. It's the same thing we do to our common rafters, where we have to cut them back this distance. But here, with the hip, it's a little easier for layout if we do this as a calculation rather than just as a layout. You can do this more than one way. But if we think about the way you calculate a hip rafter, right, where you take the run of the building, which is half the width, and the pitch, and if you use the construction calculator that we have in previous screencasts, you can calculate the length of the diagonal, where basically the function takes the horizontal run of the building, rotates it 45 degrees, and then drops it down at the pitch. And so we can very quickly figure out how to shorten this along the diagonal by taking half the width of the ridge, which in this example, the ridge is a 2x, so half of inch and a half would be 3/4, and then use the hip function on the construction calculator and multiply 3/4 inch run by whatever the pitch is, and that'll give you the amount that the hip rafter needs to be shortened, and that gets measured along the diagonal, along the spine.